Today we are in Asan Fosu in the central region of Ghana. You drove all the way from Accra to here to have a conversation with one of the best graphic designers in Asan Fosu so far. Yes, he's a pastor and a graphic designer. He goes by the name Barrick Studios, and then he's a pastor too as well. We are come to discuss something about the arts and then the Christianity. There are certain things bothering us, and we need to get understanding. So today we are here to have a conversation with our pastor. So I'm going to introduce him to our podcast. Then we start conversation. So welcome, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so it's been a while. I think you've been chatting. So today I decided to drive here to kind of have a conversation with you.
Wow,
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you also for having me.
We know you to be Pauk Studios, right? And who is Pauk Studio? How did he start his art journey?
Wow, so this question is a tough question. And before I start answering this question, I want to say thank you for having me.
Sure.
And God is an artist. And act
exactly.
It's a nice initiative. So
Sure.
keep it up.
Sure.
And Pauk started from being King's Graphics way back to University of Education, Winneba,
Okay.
2019, thereabout, where a friend of mine introduced me to Photoshop.
Okay.
And from there, that's all. I loved to design. Even when I was in class, I've been having vision of designing. Okay. So I just go and sit at the laptop.
So you went to Winneba purposely for art?
No, I read IT and mathematics.
IT and mathematics in Winneba. Okay, but where are you from? Like your background, a little bit about your background.
Okay, so precisely, I'm from Asan Fosu in the central region of Ghana,
okay.
And I school here, and yeah, I did everything here.
Okay. So how many years of experience now in the art?
So I'm moving up to 6 years now.
6 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, then you've done well.
6 years now.
But your designs are wow.
Oh, thank you.
Your designs
the
are
masters
wow.
too.
Who are the masters? so far as design, you are the master, and I know you also do pastoral work. How do you blend the two?
It's not easy doing pastoral work alongside doing business. If you're in the creative, like more entrepreneurial that you are doing, so sure. It's not easy. Sure. So we have to balance it. So you have to know what to do at a time and what not to do at a certain time. So we try to balance each work that we do. So balancing the work that we do every day give us what we have to do every time. So balancing is a key in this thing.
We see Christianity to be quite complicated, I should say that way, because there are a whole lot of things, around it. Don't do this, there's a sin, there's a crime, this. And it plays quite confliction in our art industry too as well.
Okay.
What do you think a graphic designer or a Christian graphic designer, right, should balance his belief, right, in the secular industry?
I think this question is a key thing because all of us are made by one person, that is God.
Okay.
And from him, everything was made. And so being a creator, or also being a creative, from the angle, we all know that God is a creative.
Okay.
So being from that angle, we often know that there is balancing in it. When we come, we have a lot of field that we have in this world. We have the secular field and we have the gospel field or the Christianity field. Okay. And most graphic artists also find themselves working in the secular field. When it comes like that, they have to, as I mentioned earlier on in my introduction, that they have something called balancing. You have to be able to know how to balance yourself, whether you want to work in the secular, what are you going to produce in the secular world that you can't do in the Christian world. Yes. So we should know what to do because God is an artist and there is no compromisation on anything. There should be that you are balancing what you want to do. So I know.
So like the Christian graphic designer, as I'm talking to you right now, you are one of them. Can you work with alcoholic beverage company? Because graphic design deals with promoting something, right?
Yes.
And when you're promoting Christians say that alcohol is not good.
Okay.
And you working in in alcoholic beverage institute, right? You're promoting alcoholism, people to come and drink and stuff. How are you going to
This is a tough question for me, but I'll go straight. And two sides of this question. One with the opinion that based on my personal description and personal belief, I might say that I'm going to this work. And someone of also ulterior belief will say that I'll go for this work. But to my perception and to my stand, I will say that no, because of my faith and my personal conviction. Okay. I will say no matter the amount of money this project will bring to me, because of my personal conviction and belief, I will opt out from the contract.
Okay.
Yes. But someone also be like, oh no, it's a good thing. I have to go in. Yes, it's a good thing. It brings a lot of exposure, brings a lot of money. Yes. Because we are in one, communicating, two, making money.
Yeah.
And three, selling ourselves.
Okay.
But if you are doing it, check yourself. Your personal conviction. If you don't have a personal feeling, the emotions are not going right, the personal intuition are not going right, doesn't mean that you should do it.
Okay.
You should do something that you feel okay doing it.
Okay. Okay. So it's not advisable.
No.
It's not advisable.
To me, I'll do something that I feel okay with.
That is you.
Yes, I'll do something I'm okay with.
Okay.
I feel I have inner peace. This thing there, I have to do it okay with. And it goes according
to. So have you ever designed a flyer for a secular industry before?
Oh, so for the past 6 years, moving to the past 6 years, I haven't designed for any
secular industry
before.
Not a party jam, something of a sort.
No.
Why?
I don't fancy doing this thing.
The contract doesn't come or what?
It comes.
But you don't feel like doing it?
But I don't feel like doing it because I don't, it's not something I have peace of doing it.
Okay.
Yes. I have personal projects I've done on these things. When you go on my machine, I have them on there. But I don't personalize it like I want to do it for commercial purpose. I just want to know how to do it.
So because of belief, can you lost a contract worth about, let's say, 100,000 Ghana cedis for maybe a secular promotion because of your belief?
See, I still go by the word personal conviction and belief. Personal conviction and belief.
Okay.
What I have heard, what I have listened, and what I want to do. Because every graphic designer must have a future. And my future is what I'm telling you. It's my personal conviction. So no matter the amount of money that comes into it, I'm supposed to tell you that I won't do it.
Oh, so let's say I've been praying, like I'm a youth. I've completed school. I did that. I've been praying for God to give me a work to do, and God being so good. Let's say what company should I use? Let's say Obuase. Obuase is an alcoholic beverage, right? They've contracted me, or they've called me they want to sign me on.
Okay.
I think God has answered my prayers.
That I said, it's in true perspective what you are looking for and your personal belief. My personal belief, not someone's personal belief, my personal belief, my personal principles. It's what I'm going in for. Because when you go in, it's going to be like you're going to compromise on your standards.
Okay.
And I have been taught not to compromise on my standards.
Okay.
Because I'm a light somewhere. I'm a light of the world. I'm a light. So I don't need to compromise because there is money inside. But someone will compromise because there is chunks of money inside the deal. But I don't need to compromise because there's much money inside.
Okay.
But I have to stand firm to my Christian belief.
Okay.
I'm a Christian.
Sure.
So I must stand by that I'm a Christian. I must reflect Christ where I go. Though it's not a bad thing to work for this field, but here I stand by my personal convictions.
That is you.
Yes.
So I think you can advise people to go in for.
Yeah. No. I would say depends on their description and personal beliefs. They can go in it.
But for you,
but for me, in person, like 5 studios won't go in for it.
then, but you are building a brand.
Yes.
And when everybody is building a brand, the person is looking for huge gigs. And these people are now giving. They are the people who are giving mad gigs in the system.
Yes.
So what is the projection? Are you building the brand purposely for the Christian world?
Okay, so it is a business I'm doing.
Okay.
So I first touch on my personal conviction and belief.
Yeah.
So it is a business. When it comes to business, I'll do business.
Okay.
When it comes with me treating my feet with business, I won't do it. That's why I mentioned my personal conviction and belief. When it comes with my business, transaction of business, because those people can also, these people that we know, we can also bring a different deal. That is not into alcoholic beverages, but a different brand or different thing that you want you to do. I'll do it.
Okay. But when it comes to something that is conflicting with your belief,
I won't do it.
You won't do it.
Yes. I should be able to stand to what I believe as a graphic designer, as a business entrepreneur.
Okay. But not connecting it with what you believe.
Yes.
Like
yes.
your pastoral lifestyle.
Yes.
So we understand it like the pastoralship is far different from you being the graphic designer, or
it should be a balance.
in what sense?
We know you to be justice.
Sure.
We know you to be a graphic designer.
Sure.
We know you to be a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
It is something written on you.
Okay.
So when you walk, people realize that this is a graphic designer, this is a Christian, by your actions. So properly quoted that we know, say that by their fruit you shall know them. So my exhibition of my actions must show that yes, I'm a Christian. By how I communicate, by how I does my work for you, to show that I'm a Christian, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a business entrepreneur. But if I'm not able to showcase all these things, it's in quotes, give me a tag that no, I don't know what I'm doing in the industry. But you're able to, through my actions, through how I deliver my works, through my mode of delivery and content, able to show that, okay, I'm a graphic designer. I'm a Christian by action, by conduct.
Okay, I get you. I get your point. Okay, that is your point of belief,
yes.
And I need to accept it,
yeah.
Right? And I think my audience also learned something out of it.
For sure,
so you being a graphic designer, Christian too as well, how are you going to use your skills, your graphic design skills, to support the Christian ministry, and then some non-governmental agencies? How are you doing that?
Yeah, so when I started this work as a graphic designer for past 2 years, I was supporting industry and gospels industry. I designed for them free of charge.
Is that advisable?
Oh, I designed for them for free of charge. I was doing publicity for myself.
Okay.
So yes. So no one started. I was doing publicity for myself. By the time came when I realized that I'm growing in the field, I started pricing it. Yeah, I started pricing it because it is a work that you do that puts field money on your table.
Sure.
The Holy Book says that he that works will enjoy what he eats. Sure. He works for. Sure. So if I don't work, I won't get anything. Okay. So when I work, there must be something from the work that I must enjoy. So definitely I work for free for Christian organizations and non-profit organizations. There must be a time that it can also give me referrals. Sure. So it has also given me a lot of referrals to a lot of people outside the country and inside the country. By the grace of God and by studies, I'll be able to work with a lot of brand gospel events in Asinfo. So basically most of the
for free?
No. You must pay something. The things that we use for the studio are not free. Cost of data in Ghana is not free.
Exactly.
Cost of data in Ghana is not free.
Exactly.
No, me being a graphic designer doesn't mean that I should do the thing, go and sit there with my precious time, do for it for free. No. I must tell you that it involves my time. I can equally use the time for something else. But once I've come and sit down, design with about 2 hours, 4 hours, I should be able to get something profitable from it. Go and print it, bring it to you, do other things. We do printing because we are.
So I think that let's use this place to shift the question to this angle.
Sure.
That what are the best practices for pricing Christian works? For compensation and pricing Christian works. What are the best practices?
So because God is the giver of the gift and talent, and you are working for Him in His vineyard, you should be able to at least have a pricing for the field. Basically, you're also coming from there.
But the Bible said something. He gave it to us for free, so we should also give it out for free. And here is the case we are talking in the same Christian industry.
The gift was given for free, but the training of the gift was not for free. Yes. The sharpening of the gift was not for free. Okay. The sharpening of the gift was not for free. So I should be able to at least get something from it. Because he says that the blessing of the Lord coming to us, and he added no sorrow. So when I work for the body of Christ, the blessing of the Lord will come. But at least there must be a way that the people must know that this is what I used to eat.
So is it a different charge for Christian works and then secular works?
Definitely.
Why?
I must be able to charge Christian differently and the secular works different. I first said one because I'm coming from that perspective.
Okay.
I'm a Christian.
Okay.
So actually, I should show some kind of care to my father's work.
Okay.
So exhibiting it, at least I must reduce the price I give to the Christian body.
I get you.
Yes.
I get you. And so, how can a Christian graphic designer maintain his integrity and values in the hardcore clients? Is it?
I seriously have some clients there when you get their work.
Yeah, we have hardcore.
Hey.
You being a Christian graphic designer, you know that Charlie, I didn't know to do this. I need not to, get mad at my client, something of this sort. But Charlie, this person is
The work of a creative designer.
How are you to maintain your integrity and value as a Christian graphic designer? The way you're talking here.
See the way I'm talking with calmness. One of the things that we should always know as a Christian graphic designer or as a graphic designer, one virtue is patience.
Okay.
Among your integrity, to maintain integrity, to maintain your values, to maintain your standards, one thing you should exhibit through all this is patience.
Okay.
I have a client who always come to your DM, even when you are asleep, send you messages to go and do corrections, go and do this, go and do this, go and do this. Do you know one thing? No. They are testing your patience. Yeah. Your ability to withstand pressure, stand pressure. They are testing it. So as a Christian graphic designer, as a creative designer, you must be able to have patience for everybody.
Okay.
Everybody.
Okay.
So your ability to withstand pressure is by true patience. So you have to be able to have that resistance.
Sure.
To stand pressure.
Sure. That is you.
That's me.
Okay, but I saw something. Have you made a hardcore client before?
Yes.
Someone man. Like Mr. Abba. You go around. So such a person, you are talking about patience, right? Good. But the person is always putting you in a corner that like you can't control yourself.
I'll express my grievances to you. I'll tell you, please. Please.
Insult you.
No, I'll insult you. I'll tell you in polite way. Please. This thing I've given to you, or I've given to you, is one of the best you can see in the market.
So can you give it?
So
can you give us a little procedure?
Yeah. So
how to treat a hardcore client?
Before that, you should know what you stand for, your values, what you stand for. I stand for this. I represent for this. So this is what I can deliver to you. And I was doing a little research. As a graphic designer, you should be able to ask the client what he wants. How do you want it? What audience are you looking for? So those audience that you are looking for, that will be able to help me to give you the work that you want. So if I'm able to fetch out this information from you and I deliver the work to you, I'll go back to your preferences that you give to me and tell you, this is what you give to me. This is what I'm able to deliver with your preferences. If the person still insists, the pricing tax go higher. I'll charge you differently and do it for you. I've met a client who did the same thing.
Maybe somebody doing your work, series of corrections, changes here and there, here and there, here and there. How are you going to handle that person? How are you going to deal with that person?
Okay, so correct. Most of the times, because it's a business field, first correction can be done on a free charge. Okay. Second correction can be done on a free charge, but the third correction must not be done on a free basis. Something must come in because you have spent time, energy, and extra input has gone into. It must require extra
needs. Okay.
Yes. So
okay.
I think first correction can go for free, second can go for free, but the third one must.
You need to take something out of it. Okay.
Like, not call it be the price that you took, but something small.
Something small. I get your point. Also, so the last question that we're going to talk about, our last thing that we want to get from you is that how does praise a role, and how does it reflect in your design skills?
Wow, this is a tough question. And one of the best things I also have to say. But mostly, let me start from this angle. There is something, the anointing to create is there.
Okay.
If you read the book of Deuteronomy, Exodus, you found that God bless some group of people with the spirit of creativity. So when they begin to create all kinds of machines, begin to create all kinds of artworks, even in the building of the temple, began to God give them that knowledge
to create,
to do that. So I believe that as a creative, as a designer, that sometimes you have to sit down, pray, ask God, ask God. You can search, do all the necessary thing, but ask God for the knowledge. Ask God to give you
so
divine really insight into what you are doing.
So will God give you the let me say the design layout, the composition, the typography, the colors?
No. Sometimes you see like you be there and then you feel like, oh, this pattern. It will not be in the system. But you do it it can be already in the system. Or it might not be in the system. But you do it in such a way that it will be different.
That's by prayers.
That's by prayer.
Okay.
So you will receive an idea that you bring it out there. You're like,
you know something? There is I've had an encounter with this kind of question before. There was a time I was designing for a pastor and it was like I had a dream and two angels, one from top, one from down, descending. And after they've had all these dreams, all this reflection, they want you to put that dream, that reflection on the computer for them.
Yes. So it depends on the angle the man of God is coming from. But my angle is that I pray to God for fresh idea. And when the idea comes, I sit down, break it down, conceptualize it, make it meaning to my understanding.
But not necessarily what
the same thing you
see
see.
Your vision.
No.
That will you bring it on board.
No.
So what are you telling our pastors who are stressing us?
So they should understand that the spirit realm and the physical realm, there is vows. So what is the understanding? We should be able to apprehend. That's the understanding. Because the person you are going to give, the person didn't see it.
Sure.
So the person cannot do exactly what you saw. But when you get it, most of the time when you get the vision or the dream, or when you have prayed, you have seen it, draw it, give it a layout drawing.
Okay.
Present it to somebody. This I had this. Has to contextualize the drawing.
Exactly.
Give it a view. When somebody speaks it, the person can see, okay, this is what it means.
So they shouldn't just come to us and come and explain the whole.
Give me an audio. No.
Because
sit down, draw it. Let me give a reference. Reverend Estudanaba.
Okay.
Most of his books, he says that he had divine intuitions.
Okay.
And then they do the cover of the book.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Yes. And it depends on the angle. So when it doesn't mean that when you get up now, do it like this. No. We'll maybe draw something and give it to the designer to pick it out. To what? To look at it and run.
Exactly.
Because giving me a layout will give me an overview of what you are looking for. And it will not make me do anything for you. But do actually what you want me to do. So I spend time to pray. I spend time to listen to messages, inspire myself, listen to songs that will boost up my spirit. Because listen, creativity is a spirit. One, it's a talent, all right, but the first thing we have to know is that it's a spirit. If the spirit of creativity comes upon you, no matter what you do, you will excel.
Okay.
You will not be like someone who has gone to school to learn graphic design. But once the spirit of creativity comes, there are some things you will learn over time. I remember one day I was there and then I had a dream. I saw someone who was doing well in creativity in Asinfosu before I had this exposure in Asinfosu. The person visited me, the person taught me something in the vision. When I woke up, I started doing the same thing.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so
it is real.
It's real.
It's real.
Thank you very much for your answers. In fact, you've inspired us a lot. I've loved how you've answered this question.
Thank you,
but you know something, in your what do you call it, in your pastoralship, like those things, church flyers play a very massive role. You get my point. But do you think that a bad design can reflect or can affect a church program or attendance for a church program?
Yes.
How?
Yes. You are communicating.
Okay.
Every flyer or artwork being done by a creative artist is communicating a message. So people always look at the message, Let's speak for instance Dana Hamilton.
Okay.
Her artwork will tell you that the kind of excellence she stands for. Geometrical artwork will tell you the kind of excellence he stands for.
Okay.
IS, International Youth Empowerment Summit, will tell you kind of excellence when you attend the conference. You will see. So you see the flyer tells the program.
Okay.
So before the person will come for the program, the person has already had a feel attracted by the artwork before. That I want to be there.
Okay.
So I want to appeal this to our pastors, our ministers, that they should not just pay 50 cedis, 20 cedis to somebody because they just feel like doing something. No. If you want good artwork, it comes by time.
Sure.
Pay well. Let the person deliver for you.
Okay.
And you will see the reflection in your program.
In your program.
Yes.
Okay. So
basically that youth impact conferences in Asimfosu for the past 6 years. Our flyers keep changing every time. And they are always, it gives the atmosphere.
Okay.
It gives a reason for you to know that coming for the conference you'll be blessed. Oh, true.
From the flyer.
From the flyer. You could know that, as I'm going, God will be there.
Sure.
God is a man of excellence. Sure. So whatever you want to do it with excellence.
Sure. So I want us to also tackle this angle. You see that I don't know. I don't want to say maybe excuse my words. But I don't want to say that pastors were in the village or I'm sorry to use the word, but you see some people don't understand. They just present any picture at all to a designer to do something for them. Like, you get my point? Yes. So what kind of education are you also going to give to those pastors so that you also beef up the creative appearance they also put out there for their services?
You see, the artwork can be nice, but the picture will spoil the work. I've been a creative artist for the past 6 years.
Okay, and a pastor as well.
And I've been in the youth conference, I've been youth ministry for the past 6 years too.
Sure.
Your flyer can be nice. The layout, everything can be nice, but the picture will spoil it. The making up, the picture add up is a makeup of the work. So if the picture is not well looking, it cannot give us the real meaning of what we want to present out there.
Okay.
So I appeal to our men of God, our ministers, everybody that uses artwork.
Exactly.
Please go to the photo studio, get a nice picture, about 2 or 3. Put them down. When it's time for your work ministry, we have rejected a lot of people's work. Because I'm giving you a brand. I'm also giving myself. I'm selling my brand.
Sure.
So it's garbage in,
garbage out.
Exactly. So if you don't give me what I'm demanding, I can't give you what you are looking for. There must be a scale of what? Exchanging.
Sure.
Because you give me the best, I give you the quality.
Okay.
Please, you get my point.
I get you.
Because it is hango and come. If you don't give me this, I can't give you this.
So per my understanding, some of the churches are not growing because of their artwork.
Listen,
that's brave.
The flyer play a role, can affect your membership.
Yeah.
It can affect your membership. So you see ICGC, they spend time, they spend money on their brand. They stand for excellence.
Branding.
And you see Lighthouse, their flyer output stands for what they represent. Listen, you may not be on the social media, but your flyer is on the social media.
Exactly.
And it's representing what? You. So anybody that will see that work says that, okay, this church, this person, this minister, this company, this brand, when I see the laid bread, how the packaging has been, I'll be like, okay, this is delay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When we saw Mr. Nyamakwe, how the work, the invitation, how they brought the invitation and how they design will tell you that, oh, this man, when you go for the party, is excellence. You come and see tough people there.
So the same thing
reflects in our ministry, business, every aspect. We should give ourselves the best because God is the best. God deserves the best.
So the pastors should pay well for for creatives.
My brother, you know it.
No,
you can hire a graphic designer, pay graphic designer well. Because when I'm going to a supermarket, I'm going to do.
So I'm coming. I mean, this one will be quite practical to some of the pastors watching us. That do you have a testimony to that? As in, say, a good flyer and a bad flyer have a good flyer have increased your attendance and a bad flyer have also decreased your attendance.
Yes.
Can you share with us?
Yes. So I used an experience with back school.
Okay.
When I was in school, our workout was very beautiful. When I left, came back, it's different.
Yeah.
It affected attendance.
Okay.
Here, the kind of work that we do for people's projects. Remember last year I did a project where Kofi people came.
Yeah.
And then Elvis Bento, hosted by Minister Gabriel Kofi Money. The praise service. The place was full.
Okay.
And looking like the number of programs that we have done, the kind of flyers that I've worked on.
Brent on, sure.
Yes.
Sure.
And then come and see that this one, the place was full.
Yeah.
You think, but by the grace of God, anytime we do, the place is full. That's not what we are looking for. It's the impact. But the flyer pull people to come.
Okay.
Because that is what the person saw.
Yes.
Saw the information.
Yes. Personally, I'm one of them. Me, I don't move by certain flyers to certain churches.
Yes. So. Because you should be able to know.
How do you know that a pastor once said that the anointing is not in the flyer?
Yes, I agree. Anointing is not in the flyer, by communicating the person anointing is upon. The anointing is not in the flyer, but it's communicating, telling us that this person on the bill is anointed. Because the flyer is a made up of the person on the bill, or the person when we come to the church we'll see.
You see. Sure.
I don't want to be critical about this. I don't want to talk about much more, but in the narrow of what I want to say is that flyer play a critical role in our church. So ICGC, Action Chapel, Pavilion Chapel, International, Assemblies of God, International Youth Empowerment Summit, all of them are going for the best.
Some pastors also think that church flyers should be free. Maybe so far as we're attending the same church, you should design for them for free.
I said something to you the last time that the gift is free.
Okay.
But the training is not free. At least the person will buy one or two things. At least appreciating the person.
Okay.
We should learn to pay gratitude and always appreciating the person than always.
No, see, when you go to church, sometimes you pay instrumentalists, you pay.
Yes.
But designers, pay what I've heard, they don't give them nothing.
We are rendering your service.
They say
the person is rendering service, but at least not paying, but show appreciation. Appreciate the person.
What he's doing.
Yes. Oh, at least today we bring this all to the media team. You guys should share. Appreciating them. They won't be thinking about money, but they have shown that there is kind of appreciating that is going on. So they will give them their best.
Okay.
To give their best. To even pull people to join.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
I won't say this. I have a friend, his name is Focus Concept. He does animation, that's everything. He has worked with plenty or numerous brands.
Okay.
Kofi Annan and to mention a few. I've also worked with a lot of brands.
Yeah.
Most of the thing is that most people fail to appreciate. They think it's money. It's not money. Appreciation is a key. And you need understanding to appreciate somebody.
Okay.
That is not. If you give the person money, most people think that they are buying. It's not buying the person. If you appreciate the person, you are telling the person that what you are doing, I'm grateful for it.
Okay. Okay.
So we should learn to appreciate people in any simple way we can. If it's $50, give it to the person.
Yeah, that's just true.
At least, and then if appreciating, you can help. Okay, what you can buy machines for the person. To
assist in some training.
Yes, a training. Put the person on trainings, internships.
Because one thing is that the gospel right now, the gospel when sorry to say the Christianity, the gospel, the evangelism, is more on the media.
Yes.
Now the media is promoting it even more than going in person.
Look at Church of Pentecost.
Yes.
They are doing social media church, e-church. What triggered that? They have people who are already skilled,
Really?
trained. Yes.
E-church.
They launched it last year.
Oh,
So
okay. Well, you're not a member, so.
yeah, I'm not a member, but I have friends in Pentecost.
Oh, okay.
I have Nee, I have Steven. Shout out to all of them. Okay. They are creative, building, helping the church.
Wow.
But they are skilled.
So which means that nowadays, you even say that the creative journey is playing a lot of role in churches.
So now, from Church of Pentecost, they have made it a ministry, a service. But as they are service, they render in something.
Okay.
They appreciate them.
Exactly.
I'm sure they appreciate them. So they will give them their best.
Sure. Yes.
They take them for training. They'll give them their best.
Exactly.
They started the church. Our big boss, I'm from B.
Yeah.
It's from Church of Pentecost.
Exactly.
You can't see the kind of work that he does. If there's no motivation,
he won't do it.
He won't do it.
He won't do it.
Appreciating. They appreciate it. You won't even feel like giving your best. So I believe that I stand on the notion that appreciating a graphic designer or a media personality counts a lot in his delivery.
So what are you going to tell our pastors, our churches who have not yet dived into the media section, or who are not taking the media team in the church serious?
What I would say to our pastors and our media people is ministers that the media is playing a critical role in this time where AI is ruling.
Yes.
So they must they must blend the two, the traditional setting and the online setting, where they play in the media, where the graphic designers are there, content creators are there, photographers are there, videographers are there. That will help them to propagate the message they want to preach. In a means of delivery, you must know what to do, what not to do. They will teach you, okay, this is not done on the social media, this is done on the social media. I recently went for a program in Accra, IS. Come and see how many people have been watching the program online, being blessed.
They are at their comfort homes by watching the program online.
Being blessed. And numerous of people have come there but still watching the program on their phone. Being blessed. The blessing of the Lord, somebody can receive it online. Someone can receive it face to face. But we should make it so easy for everybody to access the word of God. Because now that we are transiting into the political world, there is a need for the church to also transit. Exactly. And I like the medium where Church of Pentecost is transiting from the local perspective to the online perspective, giving the church a feel and a knowledge of what to do.
No, it will limit your ministry.
Yes, it will give it now. So the church, because most people will feel like, okay, today I'm not coming to church, I'm traveling. The person will be like, oh, my church is doing social media broadcasting, so let me watch, let me follow. And the person will know whatever happened in the church. The person will be blessed by the message. So I am appealing to our pastors, appealing to the business people, everybody, that we should invest in the social media world. Invest in the media, invest in the church. My church has started the media. We have started the production. We had someone doing the designs. Very soon we'll move into video and photography. Very soon we'll transit into that.
That's fine. That is beautiful.
Yes, very soon we'll transit into that.
It's working.
Gradual.
It's working.
Yes.
Today you've educated us a lot.
Yes,
I think your fellow pastors will be blessed having you on our show today, because you spoke a lot.
From the beginning while we started, I said that perspective and your belief, don't compromise it. Stand by it. But in as much as don't tell somebody that, I go by this, so go and do that. No. We are all doing it for our audience. The audience you have A is not like the audience I will have as B. But we should motivate ourselves as creative. This one goes to every creative. We should stand by ourselves. Let's be like the Nigerians, like Americans. They stand by themselves. When I started with this creative journey, nobody stood by me. Nobody was there to be like, offer you training. I have a story to tell one day. Oh, I went to somebody to help me, to offer me training. The person said, no. So I had to sit by myself, go through, pray, learn, go through the hard meal. By the grace of God and by the ability of learning, I've been able to train people about 7 more. They're also doing graphic design.
That's fine. That's fine. So we I think we're far behind and we just want to cut everything off and conclude. Can you please help some of our pastors, maybe in a brief way, how they can set up a church media, a moderate one, executive one in their church to promote the gospel ministry?
Okay, so this one's to our pastors out there, to every minister. One, you need to get a laptop, a nice laptop, get a TV screen, and how, depending on the church size and depending on the church building structure, get a nice TV, right?
Yeah.
Get a nice PC or a laptop, get an HDMI connection cable set ready, get a table for the media team where they'll plug, do everything, get a socket, everything for them. And then you make sure get a certified somebody who knows what to the in and out of the media thing to train your people for the know-how. They may know, but they may not know everything.
Pay for them to train.
And then that's what I said. Pay for them to train them.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Because let me quote this my SHS teacher said. He said, you will think you know, you don't know until you ask someone to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
So your humility, your ability to let somebody to teach you will show that you want to learn.
Exactly.
Yes. I've gone to Big Boss, Kobe Creative.
Yeah.
I've even come to your DM to even ask for knowledge.
Sure.
So I shouldn't feel like I'm big to ask for knowledge. No. So the media people out there, let's go to our fellow people. Let's ask them, how do you do this? How do you do this? I go to my brother Steven.
Yeah.
BQ Design.
Yeah.
To ask them for, how do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do this? We tease ourselves. Because we love the business. We tease ourselves. Because it gives us the flair that, oh, we are doing something. Because when I see your work, I know it's your work. Mm-hmm. So the little that I've said out there for them to do media search, that's the little I can say. Okay. And we should not settle for the less. We should go for the top.
Go for the top. Thank you very much. There's a very nice quote. Don't settle for less, but always go for the top. From Park Creative. Your name is always confusing.
Park Studios. So now we have transited from Graphics to Park Studios. Because we believe that we need to transit from being just only one perspective of graphic design to the whole package of a work output. And we can do videography, photography, graphic design, and more.
Okay, so this brings you to my last question. What are you expecting more from you in
graphics
in coming years? I mean, in general, in the pastoralship, in the graphic design journey, what are we expecting from you?
A lot. We look out to God to give us the grace to do a lot.
Is there any project that I think Fosu and Ghana should expect you bring into?
There's one project we are working on. Okay. One is the Youth Impact Conference. Sure. That's bringing many people, many lives, touching many lives, impacting and awakening many lives here. And also, there's a campus tour, the Next Generation Gathering.
Okay. Coming soon.
We have started about 2 years ago. On secondary schools, tertiary, go there. Not only we present the word of God to them, we talk to them about the life out there.
Okay.
Practical life. We bring people aspect, talk to them. Who have gone through the meals.
Exactly.
To talk to you.
Exactly.
So we have a lot of things, and we have Pyok Studio being launched very soon.
Oh, that's very nice.
We launch Pyok Studios very soon, and you can follow us on our official social media.
So I was about to ask you, where can we see you? If we want to patronize you, maybe a pastor have heard all what you've said, and maybe watching this video, you want to have interactions with you, maybe connect you to show them one or two. Where can they locate you?
So you go to Instagram, as IG, Pyok Studios Official.
Okay.
You go to Facebook, Pyok Graphics House. Okay. You have not transited. You have not changed. You have not changed our name.
Okay.
Facebook, and you can send us a DM on 0247 880397.
Okay.
We look out to you to interact with you, work with you, and create magic with you.
Okay.
I won't say magic in a way, and also create miracle designs with you.
Okay. So, what is your final words to the youth, to the churches? In general, what's your final statement?
I always say, and quote from my mentor, Reverend Stephen Justice Ambon. He said, find yourself and be true to yourself.
Okay.
Find yourself and be true to yourself. The only way to be empowered is to find yourself and be too sincere. He always used this word, sincerity. Be sincere to yourself. This thing I don't know. This I know. What you know, improve on it. What you don't know, try to learn from other people.
Okay.
So it's never too late until you say it's too late. The too late is when you have closed your arms and you have been in your casket and you are dead.
Okay.
That's why it's too late. But once God gives you breath, you breathe and you eat, you can see light. It's never too late.
Okay.
Keep on pushing. As a youth, keep on pushing. I want to see a lot of I've said that I want to see many youth be going into politics, going into ministry,
Sure.
going into business, so that the church they can bring the standards of the church into the world.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So we can bring the standard of the church into the world, so that the church will not miss out our solid and core basics, so that we can expand. So as I've spoken about church, I've spoken about being a creative. Here, creative out there, there are a lot of things that we should learn. We should go. Money is not in the system now, but money is coming.
Sure.
We should strive for the best, go for the best, and big deals will come.
Okay.
Shout outs to Devon Graphics, Mr. Brain,
Okay, so,
Mr. Creatives, and
so
Kobe Creative.
yes. So I would say that what is your advice also to our fellow creatives, Christian creatives in the secular industry?
We should love ourselves.
You should do what?
Love ourselves. Oh yeah. One thing I feel that we lack is that we don't love ourselves.
Exactly.
We don't love ourselves. It's few of the creatives that I have their numbers like Agboard, Sam J, yourself, Mr. Creative, Mr. Brain, Devon, Ameri Gallery, Steven, and few others that I have their numbers. But there are a lot of creative people out there. Gabi,
Sure.
Asinyama,
Sure.
and yourself, as I said. So we should love ourselves as a family and always strive to help each other in times where the person is falling short. We should assist the person. We shouldn't just be there, watch the person make mistakes. We should love each other.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So thank you very much for your conversation today. We thank you. In fact, you've taught us a lot. You've shared out his social media handles, and then you've shown his locations. As I said, he's a man of God and also a creative as well. So, as you know, always every week we'll give you another creative to also come and share his thoughts. I know you've learned a lot. Us on all our social media handles at Back to Arts, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel for our next video loading.